बिस्मिल्लाहिर रहमानिर रहीम रब्बि इश्रह ली सदरी व यस्सिर ली अमरी वहलुल उक़दतम मिन लिसानी यफ़क़हू क़ौली अल्लाहुम्मा रब्बना आतिना फ़िद दुनिया हसनतन व फ़िल आख़िरति हसनतन व क़िना अज़ाबन नार रब्बि ज़िदनी इल्मा. Assalamu alaikum and good afternoon everyone. I hope you will be feeling well today, and whatever is going in your life, that will be in your full control. If we want to have a good life, so it totally depends upon our thoughts, because there is a quotation that the quality of our life depends upon the quality of our thoughts. So whatever thoughts we develop, we have that kind of life. Whether we develop successful thought, if we want to get success, we must develop successful thoughts. If we want to be happy, we must develop thoughts about happiness. If we want strength, so we should develop such thoughts from which we get strength. If we want to become positive, so we must develop positive thoughts. So everything depends upon our thoughts, our mind and our thoughts. There is a philosophy that is called Stoicism. You might have heard this word Stoicism. Nowadays, everybody talk about it. What is Stoicism? Stoicism is to endure or endurance of pain or hardship without display of feelings or display of complaint. When there is problem in your life, there is difficulties in your life, but still you don't complain about that, make any complaint about that. You behave like there is no problem in your life. You are fully confident, you are fully composed, you are fully relaxed. You don't show any expression on your face. This is Stoicism. Stoicism is a philosophy of life which maximizes our positive emotions. It maximizes our positive emotions and it reduces our negative emotions. And it teaches individuals to hone their virtue of character. So it makes us, gives us a strong character, Stoicism. This was the philosophy which was started or practiced in Greek and Latin in 3 BC. What is Stoicism mindset? What is their mindset? The Stoic, the philosophers, they believe that our thoughts and beliefs, it create our world which we inhabit, not the external circumstances. And therefore we ought to take care of our mind. So they totally believe that whatever life we want or whatever world we want to create, so we are totally responsible for that. Our beliefs and thoughts are responsible for that. Not the external circumstances are responsible for that. There are people, they think that no, the external circumstances are responsible. But these philosophers, they think that no, it is our mind. It is our thought and it is our belief which make our world, which create our world. So it means we are responsible for it. We ourselves are responsible for our life and for our world. So the Stoic, they're concerned with the thoughts. And the Stoic, they try to not to depend on the external worlds. They don't depend on the external worlds. They think that they're responsible for their own life. Whatever life they want to create, they can create that. Their mind can create that life. So therefore they are reducing or depend on the external things, external people, external worlds. They totally focus on the thought process of the mind. How does mind work? How does our thought work? They totally depend upon it. They totally focus on these things. It is a philosophy, it is the philosophy which has been designed for making us more resilient This philosophy makes us more resilient. And this philosophy makes us more wiser. And this philosophy makes us more virtuous. So this is the advantage of this philosophy, that it makes us wiser, happier, wiser, virtuous, and resilient. Resilient means strong. This is the beauty and this is the advantage of this philosophy. Last day we discussed resilience. So when we believe in this school of thought, start believing in this school of thought, or we learn about this school of thought, so they will make us resilient, or whatever they teach. So from their teaching, when we act upon that, so we will also become more resilient in our life. Kings, president, authors, entrepreneurs throughout the world, they have practiced this philosophy in their lives. They have acted upon this philosophy. That yes, we are totally responsible for our life, and our thoughts creates our life, and whatever is in our life. If there is something good in our life, so we created that because of our thoughts. If there is something bad in our life, so we also created. We are also responsible for that. So we are responsible for our success, for our failure, both. Now we have to be careful about our life. We should be more careful about our thoughts. And we should develop great thoughts. We should focus on great thoughts. We should develop on great thoughts because it creates our world, it creates our life. This philosophy helps us to control the negative emotions. To control the negative emotions and to be grateful for whatever we have right now. Whatever we have right now, so we should be grateful for it. According to this philosophy, we should be grateful for it, and it also helps us to control our negative emotion. Whatever negative emotion we have about ourselves, about others, so how to control it? This philosophy teaches us these things. How to control the negative emotion and how to be grateful for whatever we have right now. So, and the scope of this flow, it includes accepting the circumstances which we cannot change. The circumstances which we cannot change, we should accept it. In this philosophy, it teaches us that we must accept the circumstances. For example, I have waste opportunity or time, so I must accept that. Yesterday we also discussed that if someone dies, we must accept it. This is a reality. So when we cannot change circumstances, so we must accept that. And they changes the circumstances, they changes the thing which they can change. At the one hand, they stop changing the thing which they cannot change, and at the other hand, they change the things which they can change. So there are two circles in our life. One is the circle of what? Influence, one is a circle of concern. So in one circle, we can change things which is in our control. For example, our thoughts is on our control, our behavior is on our control, our words is on our control. So we can change it. Our self is in our control, we can change ourselves. But the past and future is not in our control, or the weather condition is not in our control. The economy of the country is not in our control. So we stop changing the thing which we cannot change, and we only change the thing which we can change. So therefore we can change ourselves. So therefore we work on ourselves and we change ourselves. We become a better person, we become an improved person. We become a talented person because we can change ourselves. The current moment, the present moment is in our control. We can change ourselves in this moment. But the past and future is not in our control. So we don't work on controlling the past or the future, just we work on controlling the present moment. And it also teaches us the difference between the two, which we cannot control and which we can control. It also teaches us the difference, what is the difference between the two, or why we cannot change the thing which we cannot change, or why we can change the thing which we can change. So they always seek and use wisdom. These philosophers, they seek and they practice wisdom, and they say that virtue is the greatest practice. They believe in virtue, virtuous life. They believe in justice. They say that all virtues begin from justice. And they also believe that if you are confused, so start with the justice. Start with justice. So this is how we will achieve our goals. So they practice mindfulness. Their concern is with the present moment. And they avoid the suffering of the past for the past or future. If they suffer in the past or they will suffer in the future, so they avoid discussing those things or they avoid focusing on those things. They just focus on the current or the present moment. So this is how they remain happy in their lives. They remain happy. And they think that the practice of virtue only can, through the practice of virtue, we can achieve eudaimonia. Eudaimonia is a concept. Eudaimonia means eudaimonia. It is a concept. Eudaimonia means to live a blessed life, to live a full life, to live a cherishing life, flourishing life, a great life. Eudaimonia is a life, is a concept of great life. When we live a great life, a highly satisfied, happy life, in which we grow to our full potential, we enjoy each and every moment of our life. So that life is called, that concept is called eudaimonia. So they think that we can get to that state or we can achieve that state only through the practice of virtue. Virtue means to perform good deeds, good and positive deeds. That is virtue. To perform good deeds, right deeds, that is virtue. So when we become virtuous person, so we will get to this state of eudaimonia. We will get that. And then we will enjoy our lives to the full, and we will have a great life, a flourishing, blessed life. So they believe in virtue, they believe in wisdom, they believe in resilience, and they believe in justice. They have their own concept about God. They have a concept about God. They also think like us that there is a force in the universe and they control everything. So they also have that idea. Though that is not that clear, just like us, but they also believe in that. Someone has said, self-control. Self-control is strength. Self-control is strength, and self-care is mastery, whereas calmness is power. And labor does, difficulties strengthen our mind as labor does to our body. Seneca is a Greek philosopher. He says that difficulties strengthen our mind as labor does to our work or labor does to our body. When we do some physical work, so our body gets strengthened. So this Seneca is of the view that the way when we work or we do perform physical activities, so we become physically strong. So when there are difficulties in our lives, so we become mentally strong. When there is no pain, so there is no gain. As Stoicism says, no pain, no gain. So it means that if there are difficulties in our life, if there are problems in our life, so we should take it as an opportunity we should consider it as an opportunity. It's a blessing because it makes us mentally strong, mentally tough, and then it prepares us for a great life because then nothing can affect us. Nothing can disturb our focus then. And when nothing can disturb our focus, then we can achieve easily our goals. Because the idea of pain or the idea of suffering normally disturbs our focus, and then it doesn't allow us to achieve our goals. But once you get to the status of, once you get mental strength or you become mentally tough and mentally strong, so then nothing will disturb you easily. Nothing will disturb your mind easily. And this is how you will not lose your focus on small things, unimportant things. So it's also kind of, knowing yourself or developing inner peace. Actually, it's just the philosophy which takes us to that stage of our life when we develop inner peace and effortlessly, for the world think about us that this person doesn't have any problem, any worries in his life, any tension in his life, but they don't know that this person has gone through so much pain and so much difficulties, and now he has gotten to that state. All the great people, they have got into that state. They suffer too much in their lives. But then there was serenity, there was calm, there was confidence, there was happiness. Sometimes we talk about Stoicism, that Stoicism is happy. See, Stoicism has got to that state. He's a Stoic. He's developed a Stoic mindset. So, this is a beautiful philosophy. I used to come across this word again and again on Facebook and different people were talking about it. So therefore, I thought that we discuss it as well, and we know about it as well. That what is Stoicism, what is a Stoic mindset, and what is this philosophy all about, and what is the advantage of this philosophy. So, and what do they focus on? So I searched it out from different sources, and then I collected some points and I shared it with you people. Hope you find it useful and interesting as well. So we'll talk about some philosophies as well. So we started it today. Inshallah, we will also discuss some. You will become philosophers. Yeah. Okay. So now I'd like to get your feedback. That what do you think about the session today and the talk, especially the topic today? How did you find the topic?